Okay, so this is day two of the vlog um, challenge, I guess, that I got off of the Pinterest. Yesterday's was 20 things about me, and I shared I don't know how many 20-ish. Um, Today, it is my favorite quote, and I have several. I think my most favorite quote comes from a television show called Criminal Minds. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this guy's name right. Joe Montana. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And that is, scars remind us where we have been. They don't have to dictate where we're going. That quote, when I first heard it watching that show, meant so much. It was, I guess, part of my healing journey, because he was talking, and I guess he was talking about emotional scars as well. But we have physical scars on the outside of our body to remind us, and we'll show our scars off once in a while. I've got one where I jammed a knife in my hand, and I've got one where I cut a glass vase cut and cut me. Has several stitches. So we show our scars off a lot of the times. Um, but we don't show off our emotional scars. And that quote meant so much with the emotional. I'm not really sure. I've decided how much to share on this vlog about my past, about the emotional scars that I've collected throughout the years. I have quite a nice collection. But it helped me to understand just that one quote, that I can heal from those. They become scars. There's a quote that we use in our CPRS trainings: share the scar, not the wound. If there's an open, gaping wound, we don't share that. If it's something we're going through right now, it's something that we've not healed from or come to the other side of, we don't share that. We share the scars. We share the lessons that we learned. Another one is actually my favorite Bible verse, one of my favorite Bible verses, and it is, faith is being sure of what you hope for and certain of what you cannot see. And that is so much about my faith. Although I cannot see God, I cannot see Christ physically in front of me, I know He's there because of those actions. It's like, and it's a not really an accurate analogy. It's like the air you breathe. You know it's there. You have faith it's there because you're still breathing. So that's what faith is. That's what my faith, my faith just doesn't seem a strong enough word. Relationship, personal relationships still doesn't seem like a strong enough word for the feelings that I have for my God. Another is a Maya Angelou quote that we use during our trainings as well, and it is, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. And that's a really good one too. I look back at all the past mistakes and why didn't I do this differently, or why didn't I do that differently? Because I didn't know better. But I know better now, and I can do better moving forward. And then the last one, and I may share this story where this verse gained so much meaning for me, and really another instance of how Christ quite literally saved my life. And that is, but they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. And that's Isaiah 40:31. I will share that story maybe a little further down the line. But when I say that this verse came to my mind at a time that I was at my lowest and gave me the strength to pick up and carry on, that is not an understatement. That is not an understatement. And I may share that later. with you guys. Sorry, I'm welling up as I go through that memory because it's such an awesome memory. I also get Kingston to show me how to add pictures because this happened on the cruise to Alaska that I took several years ago. So I guess it was, what, 7 years ago, 8 years ago? So yeah, it was a pretty awesome time in my life. A time when my life literally did that 360 change and sent me in a different direction. So, if anybody out there is watching these or ever watches these in the future, share your favorite quote in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Y'all have a great night. It is almost my bedtime. I am drinking the last of my protein for the day. Have a fantastic day. And remember, there's a blessing in every day if you just look for it.